Steve Schnall, Jeff Schemmel with the AD update, and there's a lot of good stuff to talk about. I'm thinking women's basketball to start, where the team ends the year with an amazing upset of number 4 Texas, and then follows it up by destroying Air Force to open up conference play.
Yeah, Steve, I'm not sure that there could have been a better week and a half here for women's basketball to take on the number 4 ranked and undefeated Texas Longhorns and really outplay them. I thought we trailed most of the game, but hung in, and then the last 5 minutes of the game rallied and outplayed them to win it down the stretch. And what a big win for our program. Maybe the best win since I've been here of any of our teams to take a team like Texas that's ranked as high as they are and with as much tradition as they have in women's basketball and beat them and beat them well, I thought was spectacular. And then follow it up with, you always worry about a little hangover, and boy, that was far from the case last night against Air Force, a 79-28 win. The largest margin of victory in the history of the Mountain West Conference, I read today. So Beth's off to a great start with those kids, and we got to remind ourselves that those kids are really young still. That's a young team that she's put together, and they're fun to watch.
You know a little something about NCAA selections, and obviously this is a host site for the women's basketball tournament, March 21st and 23rd. When you talk about that kind of win against Texas, what does that mean for the resume down the road?
Wow, it's very, very important. Now you still have to back that up with consistent success during the season, but especially if you're a team that may be on the bubble, a win like that is a lot of times what gets you over the hump. Now, I happen to think we're good enough that we're not going to be a bubble team, that we're going to be in the NCAA tournament, and if that's the case, we would really look forward to playing right here in Cox Arena.
And you know, you could probably draw a parallel with what's going on with football and what has happened with Beth and the women's basketball program. How it's evolved over time. Obviously, that's where you'd like football to get.
Right.
But as far as what Beth has done, Coach Burns, in what is a relatively short period of time to bring it where the program was to where it is now, where you say, you know, very competitive to win a conference title this year.
Well, no question. And I was here 4 years ago in Beth's first year and was 0-16 in this league. And to see what she's done with this program and the talent she's brought in and the coaching that she's done is nothing short of amazing. We all know we were picked to be in the top 2 in this league before the season started, and I don't think anybody's backing off of those predictions. We're a team to be reckoned with in this league.
And then men's basketball, the home opener for conference play is Saturday at 1 o'clock against Utah, but they started on the road at Air Force, and equally impressive.
Very impressive, and I think this is by far the deepest men's basketball team we've had since I've been here. I think 9 players. In fact, Coach Fisher said it to me today. He's got 9 guys who could start at a lot of places, and I think their depth and their pressure defense wears teams out. You saw what happened at Air Force the other night, where a pretty close game at the end turned into a bit of a rout because I think we took over at the end. And don't forget that game's at altitude, so. We were the only Mountain West men's team on the road to win last weekend, and that's a great advantage for us in the league to get off to a good start on the road.
And it's probably not a surprise. You know, you mentioned depth and defense; those two probably go hand in hand. The fact that they can wear some teams down.
Well, no
with
question.
the depth that they have.
I don't think there's any question that if you can pressure like we can pressure the entire game. And we can do it with the depth that we have. We keep running fresh guys at teams, and that has a tendency to wear teams out.
Let's talk about football for a bit and the hires so far with the coaching staff. I know they don't play the game, but if you're going to judge it on the hires so far, wow, what a great start for Hoke's crew.
Well, we think so. We're awfully pleased. I know Brady Hoke is very pleased at the 2 offensive and defensive coordinators that he's hired. Rocky Long, obviously, we all know about because he was the head coach at New Mexico for 11 years and won more games than anybody else in this league. And to have him a defensive specialist as our defensive coordinator with his experience and expertise, I think is exciting for all of us. I know the kids are excited. And having Al Borges with his kind of history and background and expertise and success wow, it's pretty exciting. Now we still got to practice and play games and be successful, but I think all of us are looking forward. I know I'm personally looking forward to that first scrimmage, that first practice out here in the back.
And you know, the reaction to fans, it seems, has been, their early returns are that they are also very excited. And if you know something about football, you've got to be excited with what this staff is right now.
Well, I think you said it right there, Steve. If you're a knowledgeable football fan and you do your homework and see what's being put in place here, you can't help but be excited if you're an Aztec fan or an Aztec alum or friend. Again, we got to do it on the field and prepare ourselves well to do it. But I have great excitement and confidence in this group of guys that Brady Hoke's put together, and obviously in Brady Hoke himself, who brings, I think, a lot of the tools that we need to be successful here.
Jeff, thank you very much, and we're off to a good start in 09.
We sure are. Looking forward to every day here.